Hey everyone, it's V. Welcome back to Radiant Reiki Therapy. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm a Reiki master. I do Reiki healing, tarot, and other energetic services. So if you guys are interested, please click the link radiantreikitherapy.com down below. I also have a free meditation class up. It is free for a limited time. That is linked separately down below, or you can find it on my YouTube channel. And I'm still taking clients for healing art, where I read your energy and create a customized art piece infused with the healing energy you need at this time. If you guys are interested, there's a separate link down below, but all can be accessed through radiantreikitherapy.com. Thank you so much for watching. Mr. Kane, right on cue, drinking his water. Ooh. All right, so let's see. What is, ooh, okay. We have the Six of Swords. The Three of Cups. Oh, the Devil. And the Page of Swords. The bottom we have Justice. So, I'm not getting any, I don't know, I'm not really getting like an off energy off of this, although there is the Devil card here, which I will focus on actually. It doesn't really, I don't know if it matters what the Devil card is, because you have Justice for the whole reading. So basically whatever's, it seems like whatever situation this is, these two cards are the Devil energy. There's something that's actually very difficult, even if it looks like it's abundant on the surface. But this person is ready to be free. It seems like it's a divine masculine reading, which is strange. Usually I'll like channel into both, usually divine feminine first and then divine masculine, but this seems like a very divine masculine reading. I feel like I'm getting mixed signals. For some of you, even if you're not a divine masculine, you could be resonating with this. Okay, just kidding. This is mainly a divine masculine reading. Sometimes when energies are moving too fast, I have to just sit and get it. It is a very fast-moving energy. I think the divine masculine, if you don't resonate with the divine masculine or you just resonate with this reading, that's fine. But it is a primarily divine masculine reading. It just seems like they want out of whatever situation that they're in. Here's at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords under Justice. So they are ready to move out of this. I don't know what propelled them to, like, it seems like they always knew this was not for them. Like, this is not where they wanted to be. But I'm surprised. Yeah, King of Cups. They could be portraying that they're the King of Cups, but they don't feel like the King of Cups. Here we have the Seven of Swords. It's my infamous cleanup card. It seems like they're planning to get out. What? I feel like this is a sudden change. I feel like they've always known they didn't want to be there, but they lingered on the choice of leaving. But there's something that changed in them recently that was like, no, I'm done lingering on the choice of leaving. I want to leave. So I'm going to prepare to leave. So they've made the choice either they prepared to leave or they are free of whatever this is. They could be also free mentally. Divine masculines, if you are resonating with this, please let me know if this is resonating with you, or, you know, if you want to share your story down below. They're checked out of whatever this is. Checked out mentally. Maybe not physically just yet, but most of them are pretty much done mentally. They are whatever the hell this devil energy is. It seems like some of you could have, maybe, I don't know if their image matters, so they could be like a pillar of their community. They could be social media. I got social media famous, maybe. They could be portraying this. Some of them might be like businessmen, and, you know, portraying that they're, you know, successful and happy in their success, which they could be proud of their success, but they don't want to be where they are. So they're basically checked out mentally of whatever this is. It seems like it's very success related, so it could be their job. That's why I said, like, maybe social media famous means, like, you know, everything's about image, but really on the flip side, they're missing something in their life, and they know that once they make this choice, it might change their image to the public. So public image is very important to this person. I'm sorry for that groan. Maybe that's how you guys are feeling right now. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. It's weird. They're working hard for the sake of an offer. They're working hard for the sake of an offer to give. Like they want to show that someone that they're... Oh, they could be very stoic in their everyday life, so most people probably don't know what they're thinking. I got the word stoic. As a very stoic person, public image is, you know, important. Even as they're getting money, you know, I think their goal was just to, you know, obviously be successful at whatever they're doing and, you know, get the coin. But even as they get the coin, they're looking at the coin, feeling miserable. I mean, the Hierophant. Oh, okay. So this person is really moving intuitively now. They know what they want. They know what they want, and their intuition, some of them might be religious, so maybe they're praying to God every day to, you know, lead them right. But however they might describe it, their intuition is leading them correctly, right? And they've just been tired of ignoring their intuition. Even if it causes them discomfort to ignore their intuition, they're so stoic that nobody can tell. Nobody can tell. Maybe they're just always, you know, smiles and enjoying life, and, you know, at work they're like, everything is okay. I mean, I don't know what is going on, but this person is done playing that. They're done playing that image. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, here we have the High Priestess, which is, funnily enough, the counterpart to the Hierophant. So if I'm reading for a Divine Masculine here, Cain, enough, honey. Stop. Don't eat that. Please don't eat that. Do you want to make a special appearance again? Don't eat that, please. Thank you. Oh my god. He's so naughty. This is why guinea pigs, I don't know if you guys know much about guinea pigs. They can't have nice things. Good. He saw me trying to get up. He was like, nope. I'm not going to be grabbed. All right. Again, here's the Six of Wands. Here's victory. They know that the changes that they're making in life right now are leading them the right way. I mean, they can feel, even if they're physically still in whatever thing that they're in, they feel the release after making that choice, making the choice to leave or whatever. And I think it's just a matter of time. I don't know what it is that they're actually leaving. It could be a physical job. It could be that lack mentality. It could be that, look at that. Cut the deck to the Lovers. I mean, they want you. They know moving towards you and choosing you is what makes, choosing you. I'm sorry. When I say you, I mean divine feminines. I apologize. I am a divine feminine energy myself. So sometimes I'm so used to speaking to the divine feminine that I say you all the time. I'm sorry, masculines. This is your reading. I'm speaking to you. But you want your divine feminine. I'm sorry, I'm going to switch now because I know my audience right now is the divine masculine. Divine feminines, you might also be watching, but I will switch and directly speak to the divine masculines. The divine masculines, you know where you're headed and you want your feminine. Like you're just so tired of living in this loop. Like you've made this choice that you're like, all right, I can't live like this anymore. I think it's letting go. A lot of you, it's just letting go. It is letting go of the fear of what if I chose my feminine, what might happen to all of this that I built, and where would it go, and what would happen to my money, what will happen to my image, what will happen to maybe for some of you, you work with your divine feminine and you are afraid of like what that means in your position in the company. You could have a higher position than your feminine. They could have a higher position than you. It could look like almost like a power play, or you don't want to date your subordinate like that. It's interesting. Some of you could have similar jobs even if you don't work in the same company. So like both of you could be artists, or both of you could be I don't know, anything, working in the same company, or maybe did a project together. Maybe you want to do a project together, but yeah, Ace of Swords, cut the deck and Ace of Swords came back out. Well, let's see if there's anything else that can come in. I mean, masculines, you're so checked out. Like, you've just checked out. Yeah. You're just like, you're done. Like, but you know how hard you've worked to build this too. So you are hesitant to leave this. I think it's just some of you, I just gotta say this, some of you, it's like your fear is really getting to you. You don't need to leave your job or like, it's not necessarily that you need to leave what you built. What you built might become different, right? It might change. It doesn't necessarily mean that what you built has like become useless, but in your mind, it's either this or them, the divine feminine, right? It's either this, whatever I've built, or it's what I'm being drawn to, which is your divine feminine, and that is the best choice for you in life. I don't think it's so black and white for a lot of you. I think you know your image is going to change, but just because your image changes doesn't mean you. It's weird. It doesn't mean you are. It's not like you can't build on it or you can't. God, it's just your 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 head is very chaotic, divine masculine. It's like you're so stuck on this and it's like causing you anxiety and then your brain stops. It just stops. Oh, that's kind of what's happening to me now. It's like you're in this midst of this, choice, the one or the other, but I know the other is better for me, but I worked so hard on the. I don't think it's that black and white. I think in your head it might be black and white. And yeah, it seems like you've calculated everything thinking that your image is going to change. Maybe it won't. Even if it looks like it changes on the surface, you're still, oh, I got like well desired. So maybe you're very skilled at your job. Like everyone wants you for your job. You're very good at whatever you do. And you're afraid that once you choose the relationship, your desire will fall. I don't know how many of you guys are famous. Actually, I don't know how many of you guys are famous because it shouldn't matter. Maybe you guys. I don't know. I don't know what you guys do. Honestly, everyone does something different here. It seems, but you think that you're going to be less desired. I don't see that being the case. I don't feel that being the case. I think you'll still be well desired for your job. For those of you where your image matters, you're still going to be desired. I think whatever you built, you just have to trust that you built it so strong based on your skill or what you kind of put out there that you're still going to be well desired by your fans or by your clients. Yeah, they're still gonna view you. They're still gonna view you to be very, very attractive. You're still going to be very attractive for some of you. I don't know if you'll be more attractive or not after choosing the feminine. Hopefully not by negative eyes. Some people out there, they just like to be homewreckers. I shouldn't say that. Honestly, I mean, there's a very famous, like this person's very famous for the wreckage of homes. And I see this person on my social media against my will. And I don't know, maybe that's why I said it like that. I don't know. Are some of your masculines, or I'm sorry, I always speak to the feminine, so I'm like, for you masculines, are you guys in a relationship, or is your feminine in a relationship, or you're afraid they're in a relationship and you don't want to go wreck a home? It could be that as well. Like that's a huge fear. You don't know if this person's single and you're afraid that you're like, if you make that move, you're afraid of what could become. Now, it's always the person in the relationship, they have the responsibility to, they have to make that decision like, no, I'm in a committed relationship, I want to be here. Or they're going to be like, well, no, I actually broke up, or I'm leaving, or Maybe they're just single and your fear of them being in a relationship is really what's holding you back, because you just don't know. I think some of you haven't talked to your divine feminines in so long, you just don't know what's going on with them. Here's Temperance. It'll take a lot of thought and a lot of patience and a lot of planning. I think some of you might be in a relationship, or you're afraid that your feminine is in a relationship. And that's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. But you know what? Unless you talk to the feminine, you just don't know. Some of you might actually have tried to dig to see if they're in a relationship or not, but you haven't been able to find anything, which just kind of like makes it worse. Interesting. Yeah, you don't know. You're afraid to get your heart broken. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Two of Wands. Like, you just wonder. And it breaks your heart. You're afraid because you know that we saw you walking away from the Eight of Cups, right? And basically to you is like, if you can't have this choice, your cups don't even matter. It's almost like you've been working for nothing. Oh. But I have to say, the longer you wait, the worse it gets. The longer you wait, the worse it gets, and you know that. Because the longer you wait, you don't know if you can move on or not. Or you don't know that your feminine is single or not. For those of you masculines who are in the relationship, but you've realized, oh my gosh, like, no, I should be moving towards my feminine. I have to say this. I really have to say this. If you're unhappy in your current relationship, you have to leave the current relationship for you. It is unfair to the other person if you're not really leaving that relationship for you. Now, if you leave the relationship for you because you find it unfulfilling, and you find that leaving that relationship was a breath of fresh air for you, then give some time to yourself. Give some time to yourself, and then go reach out to your divine feminine. Honestly, if you've waited this long in a relationship because you're too afraid to be alone, there's something you need to work on. Because you can't bank on the divine feminine being single and then being like, well, I guess I'll just stay in this relationship then, because you're already unhappy in the relationship. It is unfair to both partners. If you're in an unhappy relationship, you have to leave that first for you. That is my one thing I have to say. Other than that, if you're afraid that the feminine is in a relationship, the longer you wait in that fear, the worse it's going to become. Because let me see. See, here's the Four of Cups. You see that gray cloud? Even with that person not paying attention to it, that gray cloud, even though he's feeling gray, is moving forward. Sometimes you just have to move forward through the fear, and sometimes you just have to be bold. You just have to be bold. It's scary, I know, but you just have to be. All right, so, and then look at that. I'll end the reading here, but I'm going to do an extended. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. You know what that means? That's your divine feminine. And you know what? We're going to actually read on where the divine feminine is and what she's, what she's thinking on her end. All right, so it's usually the opposite. I'll do a divine feminine reading, and then the extended is always, oh, well, we'll see what the divine masculine has to say or whatever. But this one is the opposite, which is like a nice little switch. I will say that it's rare that I start off with the divine masculine. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier, which is why my words were all over the place because I'm not used to reading for the divine masculine. However, you really need it, masculines. This is enough. I think you feel free. You've already made the choice, right? Now it's action. You've already made the choice, and now you feel free, and now it's action time, right? There's no need to sit anymore because you really don't know how it's going to go. Like I said, a lot of you divine masculines watching this might be famous. And I think, like I said, I got social media a lot. You might be like one of them blue check mark people, which is cool. Happy to have a lot of famous people watching this video. That being said, if you worry too much about your image in this world, you're never going to be happy. I think loving somebody is never going to be damaging. If you love the right, like divine masculines and divine feminines, they are counterparts. What they do is they come together and really make their life richer for each other. And honestly, it's always the better choice. Love is always the better choice. And life might change, but I think it's mainly the fear. It is not anything drastic. Even if your image changes, it is not changing. It's not changing for the worse. I don't get that from this reading. Here for my divine masculines, we have the lapis lazuli. It's excellent for the throat chakra. This will help you communicate eloquently and give you the strength to communicate to your divine feminine sooner rather than later. Just if you don't join me for the extended, just trust me when I say sooner rather than later. A lot of the feminines, they're very independent right now. So sooner rather than later. I'm going to read more into the feminine and more like into the specifics, but this is to help your throat and to help the 7 chakras stay balanced. It gives extra power to the throat. Like I said, it'll heal it so you're able to eloquently communicate. And if your feminine has anything to say, you will listen with open ears. We also have the 3rd chakra bracelet. This will also help you communicate very efficiently and listen. The pendant is so pretty. It's like the symbol for the throat chakra. I really like this one. But honestly, I only recommend throat chakra stuff for you guys because you just need to speak. You've already made the choice on the inside, which is why every day is seeming duller and more miserable by the day. For some of you, depending on the day, by the hour, by the minute. And then you just go thinking about your divine feminine, and then you feel better. But honestly, sooner rather than later, I can't stress it enough right now. It's just this window of time. If you're ready, now is the time. So that's all I have for you guys. Here, I am doing an extended on where the divine feminine is and what she's kind of thinking right now, just for your insight and your input. If you guys are interested, the extended link will be down below. Otherwise, if you're leaving me here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.